Hey, let's cut all the crap. You're here for one reason and for one reason only. You're fed up with getting blown off or not responded to by the many women on Plenty of Fish. You know you're better than those other guys on there. And you know you deserve to be dating those cute girls you've been messaging. You know the girls I'm talking about. The ones that seem like they would be perfect for you, but they just won't reply to your messages. A woman should feel lucky to get to know a great guy like you, right? I think so too. I got some good news for you, my friend. Just a few months ago, I was in the same shoes you are in now, but I decided to do something to change the game around, and I did do it, and the game will never be the same again. I went from being that guy who spent countless hours on Plenty of Fish, messaging women, trying to get dates with no luck, to now having an inbox full of more messages than I could reply to in a day. My calendar is booked up with no less than 3 dates a week with gorgeous women for the next month. And I know if I wanted more dates, I could easily double and triple that number. And all these dates are with women from Plenty of Fish. I know, it's a far cry from my old days where I used to feel frustrated not getting responses from women and wasting hours of my valuable time messaging women one at a time. Now I'm so overwhelmed with how many women I'm dating that I want to pass on the secret of how I did it to you. The only reason I'm doing this is because I couldn't possibly date all the women in the world. There's just too many of them. So it's time for you to start helping yourself to them too. This is how I did it. I realized that dating, just like everything else in life, is a numbers game. The more options or numbers you have, the higher the probability you have of achieving what you want. 10 is better than 1 after all, right? Yeah, it sure is. Well, I took the concept and applied it to Plenty of Fish dating. I figured if I wanted more dates, I needed to send out more messages to more women. Well, the problem with that is it would take too much time, way too much time, unless I had an automated way of doing it, a system I could set up to message women for me while I was away. That way I could go about my day. Then, throughout the day when I have an extra minute, I could just log into my Plenty of Fish account to reply to the women I feel like replying to. A setup like this would be perfect. I searched everywhere for a system like this and none existed. So I did the only thing a software developer could do. I created one. It's called Umpteen Dates. After having Umpteen Dates change my life, leaving me with an abundance of women to choose from, I've decided it's time to share it with the other men out there who are having the same problem I once was having. Let me tell you how Umpteen Dates works. You pick how many women you want it to message for you, you select the type of women you want it to message, you fill in the message or messages you want it to send to women, you hit go, and sit back while it does what you told it to. Now, let me show you how the Umpteen Dates application works. The first thing we need to do is decide how many women we want it to message. Plenty of Fish allows users to message up to 50 women per day. So Umpteen Dates gives you the option to select between 1 and 50 messages that will go out to up to 50 different women. For our example, let's choose 12. And we will also be sending these messages to women that are currently online. Next, I'm going to select what type of women I want the application to message. Let's say I only want to date women that are ages 18 to 30 years old, and I want them to live within 10 miles of my zip code. I don't care about any of this other stuff right now. So right here, I want to make sure that the woman I'm messaging are all average body type. I don't want any slightly overweight, and I don't want any BBWs. After that, I hit next, and I have more options to choose from when I'm filtering out the type of women I want the application to message. For me, none of this stuff right here really matters. I'm just looking to talk to women in my area that look good. Now we move on to step 3. This is where Umpteen Dates gets even better. On this tab, I can choose how many different messages I want sent out to women. Let me explain. If I select 6 and hit next, I could fill out 6 different messages. The application will randomly select a message from these boxes when messaging women. That way, you're not sending the same message to each woman, and you'll be able to determine which of the 6 messages you filled out gets the best response. Each box has room for you to write a message in it. These are the messages that will be sent out to the women, so make sure you write something, that will get their attention. One woman will get message 1, one woman will get message 2, one woman will get message 3, etc., etc. The advantage to this is that when you check your inbox and you read your replies, You'll be able to see which message got the most replies, so you'll know to use that again in the future. For our example, we will have the application send out 2 different messages. Let's fill them out. Now message 1. Now we hit finish and the application is ready to go. As soon as I hit start sending, the application is going to send out 12 messages, since that's what I selected, to 12 different women, and it's going to send them one of the 2 messages that I wrote in the step 3. Now let's give this a whirl. The application takes a few seconds to log in, and then it'll do a search for the women, and then after that it'll start automatically messaging them. While it's doing this, you are more than welcome to leave your house, go to work, go to school, just go run around and do whatever it is you do. When you come back, check in on your inbox, see what women responded, write them back, get a conversation going, set up a date, and you can continue this process throughout the weeks, throughout the months, every single day, up to 50 different messages. That'll equal hundreds of women that you can message easily every single month, and that will eventually convert to more dates than you will know what to do with, just like what's going on in my life right now. Having to take a break from dating because it's just become overwhelming with all the women that I have calling me, and you guys will have to experience it for yourself to see what I'm talking about. So what you're seeing right here in these pictures, these are the women that are being messaged right now, and they fit the criteria of what we selected earlier. If I were to double click on a profile on the picture, it would bring me to the woman's profile, but when the application is done sending all the messages to all the women, you can go into the statistics tab, and from there you could also see which women were messaged, as well as you can log into your Plenty of Fish account and click on your sent tab, and it'll show you the messages and the women that were messaged. So right now the application has sent out 8 messages and it's got 4 left. As you can see, since we made sure that the type of women we wanted the application to message were going to be cute, that's exactly what's happening. The application found only the cute girls, and that's what it's going to be messaging. The best part about it is it's not going to find these girls again. So every time you run the application to message women, it's going to message different women each and every single time. It has a feature in it to make sure it doesn't message the same woman twice. So if a woman doesn't respond to you, that's alright. She's not going to get bothered again by this application. So there we go. You have sent out 12 out of 50 messages today. That means if I wanted to, I could send out the rest of them, or I could just wait until tomorrow to send out 12 more. It all depends on how many women you want to message per day. So there you have it. That's Umpteen Dates. Thanks for watching, and I know Umpteen Dates is going to bring you just as much benefit as it's brought me. Thanks again.